94.7 The Wave, the soul of Southern California, welcomes the soul hip-hop queen, Mary J. Blige. Hello, Mary.
Hello.
Before we begin, I want to express my gratitude to you. Before I got myself into therapy, which has been many years now, you were my therapist. You were the person that was so authentic and sincere with your lyrics. Not just myself, for a whole generation of us. You made us feel seen. You made us feel less alone. You took out some of the shame from what we are feeling. Does that register to you that you've done that for us?
Well, now it does because so many people say it to me. It definitely registers, but I think that you feel it and it registers to you and is relative to you is because I was in so much pain, and it was my therapy was singing and writing and getting all this stuff out.
I think about how many women, and maybe men too, they were going through a divorce, sat in their cars, cried to not go and cry.
Yeah.
like you don't even have to have gone through a divorce to feel that disappointment and that heartbreak.
Yeah.
And every time that song comes on till this day, it's like I'm going through it again.
Yeah, well, lyrically, even if I didn't write it and someone wrote it for me, because Babyface wrote Not Gonna Cry. And it was like he was following me around in my life or something like that, because that's what I was really dealing with. And so that's why, people are able to feel it, because I don't let's say if you wrote a song for me, if it's not relative to what if
it doesn't resonate.
Right, if it doesn't resonate, I'm not going to sing it.
Right.
I'm not going to sing some stuff that I don't believe, and that won't help me to heal. So that's what Not Gonna Cry is about. It's a hit record, but, it's a hit record because everybody was able to relate to it, so many women and men too. There's a lot of people, period, that relate to my music. Not just women. There's a lot of men that love I'm Going Down. I'm
for sure. And I think it's because it doesn't matter if you hit the simplest note, there's so much emotion in your voice. And that's the sincerity of you just not singing along to a lyric. It's you relating to it, so then we relate to you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was living most of the stuff,
Yeah.
And now I'm living, a whole nother journey, I'm turning it around. I'm really, when I said I wanted to be happy, all I really wanted is to be happy. I really meant that. I really wanted to be happy. I really didn't want to be in the pain that I was in. It was so much pain. So I did the work, and I continue to do the work so I don't get stuck. Yeah. I didn't want to get stuck there, because if I stay there, then this life here is going to be it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. Well, and the beauty of it is that you've taken us on that journey. We've been all over the map with you. We go back to 411, and I think about, you're looking for real love, and then you're having the crush with Sweet Thing, and then we go through the heartbreak with you. We go to Party with Mary. We go to Just Fine, and we go to Family Affair, and then we see Mary falling in love, Be Without You, and My Everything. Like you've taken us everywhere, Mary. And then when I heard Good Morning Gorgeous, there was something that made me so excited, because I was like, oh, Mary's tapping into the power of words. Mary understands how powerful positive affirmations are.
Yeah, how powerful our words are, period.
And when did that switch happen for you? Because like I said, we're on this journey of self-discovery. You're going through hardships. You're going through relationship struggles, not just with people in your life, but we're seeing you grow that relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
So what was that pivotal moment where you were like, I got to be kind and compassionate to me?
I think the pivotal moment was when I got the divorce. And it was before that too, because on the way to that point, I started to realize that if I don't love myself and like myself and appreciate myself, or learn how to do this, I'm going to keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, these same mistakes over and over again. And I was watching, I do a lot of like self-help books and pastors and people like that to help me. I was watching T.D. Jakes one day, and he said, in his sermon that, it's not what people believe about you that's powerful. It's what you believe about you, and what you think about you is more effective than what anybody else could believe or think about you. And that was the turning point. I started speaking those things in the morning before I go to the gym. I say, good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, beautiful. You're going to have a great day. I started speaking it. And I didn't believe I was gorgeous. I don't believe any of that yet. But as I started speaking it and believing it, it started to take place in here.
You started planting the seeds.
Yeah, it started to take place in my heart and in my spirit. And then it started to manifest through my eyes. I was able to see, oh my God, Mary, you really are beautiful. You're not a bad looking person, but
you're stunning.
But when you don't know, you don't know,
exactly.
And so that's when the manifestation took, and that's what was able to get me out of that situation and get me here to where I blame nobody for anything. People did what they did. It's my responsibility to grow and move
Evolve,
forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I love that. And I really want people to hear that about the power of words, that you may not believe it in the beginning, but the brain learns through repetition.
Yes.
And the more you repeat it to yourself, it's with anything, the more you begin to believe the message.
Seriously, if you keep saying you're stupid and you don't get anything right, you're never going to get anything right, and you're going to be stupid. But if you say, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm kind, I'm patient, just...
Your self-talk creates your future.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go back to Mary on What's the 411. What advice or what would you tell her now? Knowing everything that you know, knowing the self-love tools that you have now, if you could give her something to grasp onto, what would that be?
First thing is coming to my mind, don't be afraid of what you're feeling. What you're feeling, that fear is you being afraid of who you're about to become. And I know why you're afraid, because it's big. And you have no idea how big it is. And so I would tell her, just don't be afraid of what that is. Step into it, if she would listen. But that's what I tell her.
I love that. I love that. There is a line on the album Growing Pains. I love that album so much. And Feel Like a Woman. I remember you giving me permission to let go of some shame around, at that time we were like, Miss Independent, I'm independent, I got this, I got me, I can pay my own bills, I can take care of myself. But you say, I'm tired of being independent. I want to start depending on you. And I was like, Mary, thank you. Because as much as, yes, women, we are crushing it, but we shouldn't feel shame around wanting or craving a partner to be emotionally there for us.
Absolutely. That's what we need. We need someone to come home from work and fall on, or someone that wants to support us in that way, like really wants to support us in that way. It's nothing wrong with it. But honestly, someone that really supports you, someone that really loves you, someone that really has your bit, someone that really wants you to win. That's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to rest your head on somebody's chest and be like, oh, thank you so much. I love you. You know what I mean?
To lean into that, for women, it's leaning into that feminine energy. For men, it's leaning into that masculine energy, or whoever your partner is.
Yeah.
I had an incident where I had something happen in my yard, and my neighbor helped me out, and he saw that I was struggling, and he said, listen, I understand how hard it is to be the woman of your household and to be the man of your household. Mary, I felt so seen. I fell into his arms and cried. I was like, thank you for seeing me.
Yes.
And just helping me.
Yes, that's what we need. And, okay, women rule the world and we don't need, no, I'm not going to say I don't need a man.
We need connection.
We need how God created us. We need a man. A man needs a woman. We need each other. We need someone. We need somebody to, help us through this. We can't do it, we can't do it alone. I am woman, hear me roar. I get it, hear me roar, but man is supposed to be in our lives to help us lead. He's supposed to help us. Think about a family, a child that's healthy. A mother and a father was involved in that.
Yeah, the harmonious balance of
yes.
being able to have the most exposure to different things and creating a safe space with both sexes, I think is really beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the
or
most,
just two caregivers. I think that's really what it's about. It's like having two caregivers in your life, whatever partner you choose. It's just about having that loving environment.
The most beautiful thing is having a safe space, a comfort zone, someone that a hug is the most amazing thing. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through so much, you got the world on your shoulders. You're a celebrity. You're working in corporate America. Whatever you're doing, it's so nice to have somebody to fall on and help you.
I love that you're saying this because I don't think people talk about this enough. That when we talk about healing, we say like therapy or talk to a friend, confide in your sister or whatever, but we fail to mention how healing touches. Like a hug. Like I'll go get a massage just because I crave that tenderness.
Yeah, but what about a massage from someone that you want to give you a massage?
Well, then that's top tier, Mary.
What about that? What about that hug that you get from that person that want to give you that hug? Yeah. That's incredible. That's priceless. That's what that's what feels like a woman is about. Like, I'm tired of screaming independent. I want to start depending on you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, please, baby Jesus.
Right. But it doesn't mean you're supposed to lose your life.
No.
Lose yourself.
No, you don't
keep
disappear.
yourself, but keep, the balance.
Yeah. What if you learn, Mary? Because it's like I'm looking at you and I've had the privilege. This is a full circle moment for me. I've interviewed you when I was in Big Boy's Neighborhood, when I was at E! News, when I was at Access Hollywood. You probably don't even remember. When I was at MTV, I've interviewed you.
I remember you from all of those places.
Your entire career, I've been following you. And now here we are sitting down together all these years later. And I'm looking at you and I can genuinely say, like, you are glowing.
Thank you.
You seem just very healthy, mind, body, soul.
You're going to ask a question?
What have you learned about the relationship with you that has been the most powerful?
I learned that I cannot lean on what was to dictate what is. And that's trust. That's trust in myself, in the hands of, in the hands of God, in the hands of something the unknown, and stop depending on what was. This looks familiar, this is suspicious, this is that. Just depend on what I don't know and step into what I don't know. And in stepping into what I don't know, I find so much beauty, And I think the thing that scares people the most when it comes to learning this self-love thing is being alone and lonely. It's okay to be alone and learn yourself. It's all right. It's a little painful, but once you practice it, it gets easier to enjoy your own company. So I'm learning every single day. It's not something that I've learned. I'm learning every single day how to enjoy my own company. We all want someone all the time. But think about this. If they don't want to be there, I don't want them there. So I'd rather be by myself and love myself than to be chasing or praying for something that doesn't want me back. So if it wants me, oh my God, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But what's so beautiful about this is when you say, I'm cool, I'm not going to force people against their will to do anything. I'm just going to be cool and just relax into me. Everything comes to you. When you relax into yourself and you say, all right, cool, no problem, and really mean it, everybody just conforms.
You move out of wanting into attracting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I've learned that I'm very powerful in that area, I think fear stops us from, all the things that receiving all the things that we're supposed to have because we're afraid to let everything else go.
Yeah. And what you said, it's confirmation bias. It's if we've had one negative experience, like we didn't get that job, and then years later we apply for, a new job and we don't get it. See, I knew that was going to happen. That always happens to me.
Yeah.
And we have to give ourselves a lot of compassion because the brain is hardwired for negative self-talk. It's
Yeah.
Positivity is like something we got to practice. It's the same way you practice
Yes.
eating well or exercising.
Yes.
Because
it's all a muscle. Everything is a muscle that needs to be worked.
Yeah.
If you don't work out, you're going to pay for it later. If you don't work your brain, if you keep your brain in 1994 and never try to work it out, you're going to be stuck in 1994.
Yeah.
So I've been doing the work. That's what therapy is for. That's what prayer is for. That's what time alone is for. That's all of that. So I've been doing it, and I continue to do it. And it's not easy.
No, it's not. But what you said is the truth. It's when you understand your worth and you understand, like, I'm not looking for someone to come and make me happy. I don't need someone to fill the hole. If you want to come and add some joy to my life, add some happiness with your own happiness, then there's space here for you.
And that makes it great. It makes it so amazing when you can sit home alone and watch a movie.
Yes.
And snack and laugh and just be partying by yourself. Like, I have a whole party by myself.
When you can listen to Mary J. Blige's heartbreak songs and not be triggered. That's how you know you're doing good.
And listen, and I... Some of that stuff still makes me like, oh man, it's because it's so.
Of course, that's
heavy.
your diary.
But I can do it now, because I don't have to. I'm no longer hurt Mary. I'm no longer Mary that needs and wants and is crying and dying over someone who didn't want me. I am someone
you want you
that wants me.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Me, I like me, I need me, and now I need you because you want me. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like you said, it's not the chasing, it's the attracting. It's like, I understand the value of you being here with me, not you're the source.
Boom.
There it is. Let's get into this residency.
That deserved a bomb.
I could talk to you all day, Mary. It's I've been watching your growth, and I feel very much in alignment with, like I said, you were my therapist before there was therapy, and I've grown with you. I've moved with you. I've partied with you. And so it made me so excited. I went to your For My Fans tour, and I was out there singing at the top of my lungs.
Thank you so much.
And it made me so excited when you signed on for a Las Vegas residency.
I'm excited. This is big time.
Yeah.
And this is a long time coming. It's time. It's about time.
My Life, My Story. It's going to happen at Dolby Live, Park MGM. Why now, Mary? Was it a mindset of like, I'm in a great place, it feels like this is time?
Well, timing is everything. And I, like, years ago, a couple of people, like, you should do a residency. It just went over my head. It was not something that I was even thinking about, because I didn't think people would want me. I didn't think people would want. I didn't. It's a big time. Vegas is a big
Mary
time.
J. Blige.
It's a residency. If I get into so many people that. This is why you have to have the right people working for you. When people don't know your worth, they sell you short. And then they always say things like, well, you can't get a residency. Well, you can't do this. You can't do that. Or if you do this, you'll have to do that. And if you get a residency, it can't be, at the place. So you're like, oh, fuck it. I don't want it then at all. And so when it came with the right place, MGM. It came with the right time. Everybody is excited. Live Nation is excited. MGM is excited.
Fans are excited. Tickets
fans
are
moving.
excited.
The team is excited. Everybody's excited. So it was time. It was perfect timing, and everything fell into place. Before I was like, a bunch of naysayers, people trying to sell you for less than what you are, and I wasn't having that. So now everything is in place.
It's interesting because they say when you heal, energetically, you move up a level. And those people that were sort of the naysayers and the low vibrational people around you start to fall back.
They fall off. They fall away.
Yeah.
And you see them, and you see them now. You see them really clear. You're like, oh, gotta go. And now you start eliminating them quicker than normal, than you normally did.
Yeah. I heard you say that on this residency, you may go dry. And I say that because, you may, no pressure. Mary, I've been 13 months, no alcohol.
Wow, congrats to you.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
And part of the inspiration was myself, just wanting better for myself, loving myself.
Yes.
My other inspiration was Tina Turner. I don't know if you saw the clip, but she said that when her career started taking off, and we know her career took off like in her 40s.
Yeah.
That it was when she let go of drugs and alcohol and her mind became so clear.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Right before I got the divorce, I was 5 years sober. 5.
So you were very clear.
I was super clear. I was superhero clear. I was 5 years sober, and I didn't know why I knew I needed to stop drinking and doing all the stuff I was doing. And I needed to see my life clear because it was just a cesspool. And for 5 years, I stopped drinking. And I did the Mudbound movie. Like a couple of things happened during that time. And then when I came out of the divorce, I got two Oscar nominations. This, that. And if I could do it for 5, I did it for 5 years. It was hard. That first 2 years was like, I need a drink. That's when I realized I was probably an alcoholic. I was like, oh God. Sorry.
I only get that way when I see people pop champagne or have like a beer with sushi. I'm like,
listen, everyone was drinking around me.
Oh yeah, I'm
but
sure.
But I sat it through. I sat through it 5 years. And by the time we got to the 3rd year, I was like, eh. And the 5th year, everything just said, I said, oh, time to go.
Yeah. And when I heard you say this, I got so excited because I know you're a very faithful woman. And I thought she is going to be in such alignment that, and this again is my belief, that the message is just going to drop in. It's going to be so clear for her. And that's going to resonate out to her audience.
Honey, it's going to resonate anyway.
Well, yes,
but it'll
course.
be even
the
bigger.
vibration.
Yes, it'll be even bigger.
Yeah.
Of course.
You got to get your audience to say positive affirmations with you, Mary.
I'm not going to say nothing.
Okay. Maybe I'm onto something. When you first walked in, I was telling you we share someone really amazing in our lives. Our attorney, Dina LaPole.
Yeah, Dina.
She's such a boss, and her and I were having a conversation about you one day. I think this was right after I saw you here in concert for my fans tour, and I just said to her, I said, Mary's voice is the voice of our generation, and I said, you could literally stand on that stage with just a mic and just sing. Like, you don't have to do anything else because we just want to hear you sing. Like, we just want to feel the feels with you. And when I said you helped heal a generation of us, it was so beautiful to me to look around the arena and be like, oh, she feels what I feel. He knows what I've been through. He relates to me. She relates to me. And yeah, I was just... Well,
let me say this. You guys helped me to heal. You guys have pushed me when in places where I was like, I felt like giving up. I would see somebody on the street just for no reason. Please keep doing what you're doing. I love you. Please, please, please. And then at my concerts, it's always... love. It's always full. I don't even have to sing a word. I remember we was at the Barclays Center, and people were singing so hard I had to put the mic down. Wow, it was crazy, and it's like that every show. So that heals me back. Just so you know, that's powerful.
Yeah.
So I thank my fans all the time, and I thank just people in general who know who I am. From acting to singing, who always say, keep doing what you're doing. It goes further than what you think it goes.
Yes, Mary, you got in the talent line like 4 times. I mean, I just think about, when I think of your collaborations, how you can go anywhere. I think about Method Man and you for I'll Be There. And then you jump on one with U2's Bono. And when he says, by the way, when he comes on, I just got chills right now. And he says, Mary, he drops that Mary. Every single time I hear that song, without fail, I get the goosebumps just as I'm talking about it. Because it's like muscle memory over here. Is there a collaboration that's still on your wish list?
On my wish list.
Because you can go toe to toe with anybody.
I think I did so much already. But there's a couple though. There's a couple that I can't. I don't want to say anything right now.
Put it in the universe, Mary. Power of words.
No. I don't want to say anything, but I think George Michael was somebody I definitely wanted to do, and we did As together. That was a treat.
Were you guys in studio together?
No, we weren't, but we were in London in the video together. So I got a chance to meet him, and he was beautiful. What a nice man. I mean, friendly. He just was opening up and talking, and I was like, wow, George Michael is beautiful, real, down to earth. Beautiful. Elton John, that's one of my really good friends. Like, that's one of the realest. And I'm just grateful to have the friends that I have. Method Man, just
that song stays on my playlist. Stays
what,
on
all I need.
Yes.
Yeah.
I listened to it this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have a wide, spread genre. I just do whatever I want. I didn't let people put me in a box. I just did whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah. What does a perfect day off for Mary look like?
Resting, eating, sunshine, maybe a workout or two for that week.
Yeah.
Just chilling, just relaxing and not doing anything, cuddled up, or, by myself, however, eating the food I want to eat, speaking to people I want to speak to.
That's big. That's big. Will you have, or do you have now, because you just came off tour and you're about to go into this residency, are there certain show rituals that are really important to you?
I mean, prayer it's not a ritual, that's a way of life.
Yeah.
Prayer, that's about it. Warming up, warm your vocals up, and that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need.
When I had the opportunity to meet Oprah, she said to me, she was quoting Eckhart Tolle. She says, if you only have one prayer, thank you will be enough.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I think about some of my top 5 Mary J. Blige songs. Sweet Thing, Real Love, No More Crying.
No More Drama?
No more.
Enough Crying.
Enough Crying.
Okay.
Should have Mark Jacob Fifi bag me when you had me. Oh, that is my line, girl. Okay. Not Gonna Cry, Going Down, Family Affair. There's so many. When you perform, Mary, do you have a set of songs that you're like, these are my ones? Like when I go out there, this is. And I'm not talking about crushing it performance-wise.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones you keep close to your chest, the I'm Going Down. Like, what is that song for Mary?
It's definitely Mary's joint. It brings me to tears every single time. It's just the feeling on that song when it comes on. It's just tears. Mary's joint from the My Life album, that one messes me up, and my life, of course. Like those two, they mess me up every single time.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that you still relate to your music in that way, because that's what we think about as when we're listening to the vulnerability. It's like listening to somebody's diary.
Yeah,
when you're singing, especially like I think about when I'm out on a walk and I've got you right in my ear. It's so personal. It's a relationship with you and I. And we, they say we heal in community. In those moments, you're my community. I'm relating to you. I'm healing through you. I'm feeling that I can release some of the shame and be vulnerable of like, okay, if she can say this on a record, I can say this to my partner, to a friend, or to my family member.
Yeah, you've been through a lot, right?
Yes, girl.
So
we all.
Think about this for a minute. All that you've gone through, that's embarrassment and shame. Like, you get to a point where there's nothing that's embarrassing anymore that you choose. Like, you can choose the things that you're going to want to be candid with, or the things you want to share, or the things that you want to say me too. Because you done been through so much that why do you think you've been through so much? So you can learn from the experience. The experience was guilt and shame and all that stuff that's in it. You no longer have to feel embarrassed no more. Yeah. It happened. And so what?
But I don't think people understand that shame can only survive when we don't talk about it, when we don't feel like someone else has been through what we've been through. And that's why I say to you, thank you. And I'm expressing my gratitude because you helped a generation release that shame of saying, oh, Mary's been through some things too. And, you know, there's a beautiful quote, I think, from Brene Brown where she says, someone else's trauma experiences can be your survival guide. And I'm misquoting her, but, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
What someone else's story, what someone else has been through can be your survival guide. And I think your albums have been our survival guide.
Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys buying the albums and supporting me and saying, damn, Mary, we can relate. It didn't leave me out there by myself. Like, I went on an Oprah Winfrey show years ago and I spoke about, you know, what happened to me as a kid. Then everybody started speaking about what happened to them. It was time to do that. So that was healing for me. You know, that was healing for me. So I thank my fans and I thank people for being able to give me a platform to do that, to feel comfortable doing that. So, you know, thank you. Thank y'all for helping me. Y'all helped me as well.
Your music gave us permission to feel and to heal. So thank you, Mary.
Of course.
Well, I don't want to say goodbye. I feel like you and I could talk forever. But I know you're a busy woman and you got things to do. And I just want to congratulate you again on the Las Vegas residency.
Thank you
my
so
life,
much.
My story. I will be there. I will come to see you. And I will be throwing my hands in the air and waiting for you to drop these beautiful songs and hopefully some positive affirmations on us.
I got you. I got everybody.